Welcome to this Danfoss ICAD B troubleshooting video using the ICAD B smartphone app. Watch this ICAD B video and get all the benefits of saving time and money with the easy and quick ICAD B troubleshooting procedure, and having a safe valve and system operation with the ICAD B intuitive warning and alarm structure. Besides this video, we have multiple online ICAD B videos and literature available to support you in doing a correct ICAD B installation, and to support you in efficiently using the different ICAD B user interfaces, which you see here. Therefore, scan the QR code shown here to access the online ICAD B videos and literature, and check out the ICAD B support material which meets your needs. If you do not already have it, then as first step, download the Danfoss CoolConfig mobile app from App Store onto your smartphone. This mobile app is specifically designed for the ICAD B. It is suitable for both Android and Apple smartphones, and moving forward, we will call this mobile app the ICAD B smartphone app. You can find more details about this ICAD B smartphone app in the online Danfoss ICAD B setup and configuration video about how to do basic navigation using the ICAD B smartphone app. This includes how to download and use the smartphone app together with the ICAD B. You can scan the QR code mentioned before and shown here again to access the online ICAD B configuration video where the smartphone app is used. In this ICAD B video, we will show you how to do important ICAD B checkpoints before starting troubleshooting, how to get an overview of the ICAD B warnings and alarms, how to access the alarms in the ICAD B with your smartphone app, how to correct the ICAD B alarm A1 regarding that a valve type has not been selected, how to correct the ICAD B alarm A3 regarding that the control signal is out of range, how to correct the ICAD B alarm A9 regarding that the ICAD B cannot follow the control signal, and finally, how to find more detailed ICAD B troubleshooting tips. So keep watching this video to learn more about these objectives and explore the full potential of using the ICAD B smartphone app. In this video, we demonstrate the ICAD B troubleshooting using an ICM function module located on a table, as seen here, and we mount the ICAD 600B model onto this ICM function module. However, the troubleshooting procedure is the same for all ICAD B models and all suitable valves, and the troubleshooting procedure is the same with a suitable valve and ICAD B already located in a refrigeration system. Before you start the ICAD B troubleshooting, then it is very important to firstly ensure that the ICAD B has been correctly mechanically and electrically installed. The ICAD B should always be installed and connected to other equipment according to the guidelines given in relevant literature, such as the installation and user guides for the ICAD B and other equipment. Please note that there are 2 ICAD B online installation videos available to ensure a safe and reliable installation and system operation. Regarding the mechanical installation of the ICAD B, then a very important first checkpoint is to ensure that the previous version ICAD A, PTFE ring and O-ring have been removed from the valve top. Here you see how these parts should have been removed. If you do not remove the ICAD A, PTFE ring and O-ring, then the ICAD B cannot be correctly pushed onto the valve top and cannot be correctly fixed by the clamp. Therefore, the result is that you can slightly move and tilt the ICAD B in relation to the valve. In this case, then the O-ring sealing between the ICAD B and the valve top is insufficient. Therefore, there is a high risk of ice buildup on the valve top, as seen here in this example. This will over time cause the valve motor to block, causing an A9 alarm. You can find more details about this alarm later in the video. Another very important checkpoint regarding the mechanical installation of the ICAD B is to ensure that the new O-ring has been located correctly on the valve top, as seen here. Then the O-ring should always be located just above the groove where the previous version ICAD A O-ring was located. You must never place the new O-ring in this groove. If you do not locate the new O-ring correctly above the groove in the valve top, then the O-ring sealing between the ICAD B and the valve top is insufficient. Therefore, as already mentioned, there is a high risk of ice buildup on the valve top, as seen again here in this example. As also mentioned, then this will over time cause the valve motor to block, causing an A9 alarm. Again, you can find more details about this alarm later in the video. Here you see an overview of the ICAD B warnings and alarms. This overview is taken from the ICAD B user guide. In this video, we focus on the most common alarms, which are A1, A3, and A9, as indicated here. These alarms can be identified in the ICAD B display and in the ICAD B smartphone app, and as seen, then the alarms are visually supported by a flashing red status light. You can see the status light guide specified here, and you can check the installation and user guides for more details about the ICAD B status light. If the ICAD B shows a flashing red status light, as seen here in this example indicating that an alarm has been triggered, then you can press the alarm icon, which will show you details about the alarm. This supports you to solve the issue. In this example, you need to configure a suitable valve type in the ICAD B. Okay, you have now been introduced to important checkpoints to do before starting the ICAD B troubleshooting. You have also seen an overview of the ICAD B warnings and alarms, and you have seen the ICAD B status light guide. Finally, you have seen demonstrated how to access the alarm information using the ICAD B smartphone app. All this ensures you an efficient ICAD B troubleshooting procedure with the intuitive warning and alarm structure. So let us now look at the most common ICAD B alarms A1, A3, and A9, and how to solve the issues causing these alarms. The ICAD B alarm A1 is triggered if you have not configured a suitable valve type in the ICAD B. The ICAD B can operate different valve types and sizes. Therefore, when installing a valve, it is mandatory to either manually select the given valve in the ICAD B parameters menu, as seen here, or let the ICAD B do an automatic valve detection, as seen here. You can find more information about how to do this valve selection in the online ICAD B configuration video using the ICAD B smartphone app. Once the valve selection is done, then this will solve the A1 alarm issue and reset the ICAD B to normal operation mode. The ICAD B alarm A3 is triggered if the control signal is out of the range of the selected values. The most common causes of this problem are insufficient or incorrect electrical wiring, incorrect selection of control signal. The source of the control signal is not supplying the correct type of signal. It is important to pay attention to the stability of an analog signal. If, for example, 0 to 10 volt is used, then we recommend to use 2 to 10 volt instead to avoid the low-end voltage with highest risk of interference. So, to solve the A3 alarm issue, then check the mentioned possible root causes of failure and correct accordingly. You can find more information about how to correctly wire the ICAD B and how to configure the control signal in the online ICAD B electrical installation video and ICAD B configuration video using the ICAD B smartphone app. Once the possible failure has been corrected, then the ICAD B will be reset to normal operation mode. The ICAD B alarm A9 is triggered if the ICAD B and valve movement cannot follow the given control signal. In such case, the ICAD B will try to mitigate the situation by itself. If the ICAD B cannot solve the issue, then it will go into alarm A9. This failure and alarm is often caused by the valve for some reason being blocked. In such case, you should disconnect the ICAD B from the power and signal supply and remove it from the valve, all according to given instructions in ICAD B and valve literature and service videos where available. Use the magnetic tool seen here, rotate it to slowly open and close the valve through the full open-close range. Please note that you can find the number of rotations for each ICM and ICMTS valve sizes in the ICM and ICMTS user guide. There should at no point be any sticking or tight valve movement. If this is the case, you might need to remove the valve module to clean the valve from possible particles, or you might need to replace the valve module if it is damaged. Doing this, then always follow the instructions in given valve literature and service videos where available. Once any valve issues have been solved and the ICAD B is reinstalled on the valve and correctly started up, then the ICAD B will be reset to normal operation mode. If the ICAD B alarm A9 continues, then please contact Danfoss with relevant application details. As seen earlier in this video, then there are numerous other ICAD B alarms besides the A1, A3, and A9 alarms just mentioned. These alarms are designed to protect the equipment and help to diagnose problems as proactively as possible. Since most of these alarms are quite self-explaining, then we will not go more in details with them in this video. However, please also pay special attention to the cautions shown here. taken from the ICAD B user guide regarding the ICAD B 24-volt DC voltage tolerances. We recommend to always check that the actual DC voltage supplied to the ICAD B is within the specified tolerances. To further support you in troubleshooting possible ICAD B and valve failures, then you can find more detailed ICAD B troubleshooting tips in the overview shown here. This is also taken from the ICAD B user guide. So, you have now completed this Danfoss ICAD B troubleshooting video using the ICAD B smartphone app. This means that you know how to do important ICAD B checkpoints before starting troubleshooting. You know how to get an overview of the ICAD B warnings and alarms. You know how to access the alarms in the ICAD B with your smartphone app. You know how to correct the ICAD B alarm A1 regarding that a valve type has not been selected. You know how to correct the ICAD B alarm A3 regarding that the control signal is out of range. You know how to correct the ICAD B alarm A9 regarding that the ICAD B cannot follow the control signal. And finally, you know where to find detailed troubleshooting tips. All this ensuring an efficient ICAD B troubleshooting and ensure a correct and safe system operation. Please check out the other online ICAD B troubleshooting video using the ICAD B display. And please also have a look at the other online learnings about the Danfoss ICAD B actuator for motor operated valves. Thanks for watching.